Hey guys, welcome back to our course for web development using ChatGPT, Ruby on Rails, and React. In the course so far, what we did that we created API endpoints into the Rails, and then we are consuming those API endpoints for listing the employees, creating new employees, viewing the information of a specific employee, and editing an existing employee. Now we will move forward in this lecture towards finishing our CRUD. Okay, so only part is remaining, which is deleting an existing employee. So what we will do that we will add a link here or a button here to delete the employee, and when user click on that delete link, it will send a request to the API application or your Rails application or your backend, and then the backend will perform the delete operation and will remove the entry from the React part. Okay, so we need to perform that action in this lecture. So first, go to the project directory where your React app is open. Okay, so here you can see that we have links to view and edit within our employee row. Okay, so what we will do that first we will simply copy this function. Okay, or if you don't want to copy the entire function, you can simply copy the return method or the function definition, oh sorry, the component definition from function employee row. Okay, and copy this component and then go to the chat gpt. Okay, and then sorry, first let's hide it. Go to the chat gpt, and here what you can do that you can say this is my employee row component. I want to add a link for deleting an employee. Okay, deleting an employee, and I want to delete this employee using XOS. How can I achieve that? When you prompt this question to the chat GPT, then chat GPT will guide you through your response. So here you can go through the response. Okay, so let's see what will happen. Okay, so the response generation has been finished. So now you can see that first you need to do something like this into your employee row component, that you need to first add the link to delete an employee. Okay, so you can simply call or you can simply add a button. Okay, like just copy this button and add your employee row component. Okay, so here we will add this button. Okay, and then you need to import XJS into your employee row component. Okay, so you can do import XJS from XJS. Okay, so paste it after the link. Okay, and make it a line break. Okay, and then you need to create this handle button. Okay, handle submit. So just copy this, and within this function you need to paste this your handle, but handle delete, and it is just an event handle like handle submit and handle change we created into our new form component or edit form component. Okay, and now just remove the components. Okay, and then move forward. Sorry, you need to first mention your API endpoint here. So what we can do, http colon 3000 slash API, and then slash v1 employees, and then employee.id. Okay, now save it, and when you save it and you go to the React application, okay, so you will see that there is some error that on delete is not defined. Okay, so we are accessing on delete here, so we need to pass it from the employee list component, as you can see on your chat gpt response. Okay, so here you can see that it is accessing on delete from the employee list component. Okay, here you can see it is using handle delete, and then when it is calling the employee row component, it is passing on delete function as handle delete. Okay, so what you need to do now that you need to do some changes into your employee list component as well. So copy this const handle delete event handler. Okay, so copy it and then paste it into your employee list.jsx. Okay, so after this const employees and set employees and above the use effect, you need to do this. So handle delete, deleted id, employees dot filter, not deleted id. Okay, so what it is doing, let me explain you that when you perform delete operation, it will get the id of the employee which you want to delete it. Okay, and after deleting, it will set the employees data by filtering the employees, all the employees which does not include the employee which has been deleted. Okay, so in that case, the deleted employee will be removed from the browser. Okay, and because it will be removed from the database as well, so it automatically gets removed from the browser, and you will not see the dom entry for that employee on the browser. Okay, save it. Okay, and here what you need to do now, you need to copy this line which is employee row. Okay, so just make change here. Here you can see, so you can see employee row key employee id which is as it is, and employee should be as it is, and here you need to pass on delete property, and which is assigned as the handle delete function. Okay, now remove the second line and save it. And now if you go to the browser and you will see at your react tab, you will see that still it is showing on delete is not defined. Okay, why it is not defined? Because here if you can see that we are passing employee data here. Okay, so we need to pass on delete here as well. Okay, now if you go to the browser and you will refresh the page, you will see that it is showing the delete button and no errors on the browser. Okay, now make some space into the rails part, sorry, where the rails server is running, make some space there, and we will click onto the delete. Okay, so let's click on the delete. So when you click the delete, you can see that a request has been sent to the rails api. Okay, and you can see that it is the id 3003, and the request has returned the status completed 200. Okay, in 9 milliseconds. Okay, that means the employee has been deleted successfully. Now you can verify by running the console that whether this employee is present in the database or not. So open the rails console. Okay, and in the rails console you can search for employee.find 3003. Okay, and when you see, you will see that could not find employee with id 3003. Okay, so that means our delete component, sorry, the delete operation has worked. And now let's see that how it is working. So in the employee row.jsx, you can see that we implemented a handler which is sending the delete request to the api endpoint to delete the employee. Okay, and then on delete, it is calling employee.id. Okay, and where the on delete function is defined, it is defined within the employee list which is handle delete. Okay, and here you are passing the deleted id. Okay, and then it is filtering all the employees where employee id is not equal to the deleted id. Okay, and here we created just a button like on delete, on click handle delete, and then class name and so on. Okay, so this is how our handle delete will work. Okay, so we performed the delete operation here as well. So now our crud has been finished. Okay, you can try by deleting other user as well. Let's say click delete on this, and you can see that your entry from the browser table has been removed. Okay, so the delete operation has been performed. Now our CRUD into the React application and consuming the API has been finished. In the next lecture, we will move on to different part of React. That here, if you can see that I click on the create new employee, and when I click on the create employee button, nothing will happen, and the request here comes, but it is showing unprocessable entity because of the validation errors. Okay, so in the next lecture, what we will do, that we will see that how we can display the backend validation errors into our react form. Okay, so that's all from this lecture. Try this lecture at your end, and we will meet into the next lecture. Till then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.